He comes in 5 and 6, but 4 of those swings without a loss. Stuck him with his helmet in the ribs, and Mike won on the DL. Ground ball to first base, and Will Clark feeding Krukow coming over. 1 away.
You'll see a big overhand curveball from Krukow. Trying to take the bunt away from Ozzie Smith. He's really in close.
Off speed, it's hit by the mound to Robbie Thompson, who kicks it and can't pick it up. So Ozzie Smith aboard on the error charge to Robbie Thompson. 1 out, first inning, no score. We're just starting. And that's driven to right field. Fighting the sun is Aldretti, and makes the play. And back to the bag comes Ozzie Smith. That's the one sun area at Candlestick at this hour, and it is tough. And Aldretti was fighting it all the way, but made a good play.
Timing between his pitches, trying to freeze Ozzie.
And very high, so ball 4 to Dan Dreesen. And with runners at first and second and 2 out, it'll bring up Willie McGee.
He really is a tough pitcher.
2 on and 2 out in the first inning, no score. Off speed, that's hit to center. Coming up for it is Milner, and the ball started to take off, and you saw Milner catch it over his head. No runs, no hits, an error, 2 left. At the end of half an inning, no score. Danny Cox, 6'4", 225. If you break that record down, he was 8 and 3.
Bigger than a slider. Cox has a good fastball. He can change speeds, this big guy. He's a tough pitcher.
No balls, 2 strikes. Fastball and a hopper to the left of Ozzie Smith, who was on it to throw him out. 1 away. So Ozzie takes care of the first chance, and the batter now, Kevin Mitchell. 1 and 2. Fastball, and that's hit to the left of Ozzie Smith, who comes up with it to take care of Kevin Mitchell. 2 down.
I think when you watch the flags here, all it tells you is that they're there. You really can't pay that much attention to them.
Here comes Jeffrey Leonard to right, but the infield, it could very well be blowing the opposite way as it swirls. It missed the corner, ball 4. We were talking about Jeffrey Leonard and his home run trot, the one he calls the one flap down, who would certainly appreciate the way this guy swings the bat. Chopper wide of first. Fielded nicely by Dreesen, to Cox coming over. Good play by Dan. So for the Giants, no runs, no hits. They leave a man. And at the end of an inning, we're underway. Cardinals nothing, Giants nothing. Breaking ball hit to center. Milner, a fine outfielder right there. 1 away. So for Krukow, 3 balls have been hit fairly hard. Tommy Herr lined to Aldretti, and now McGee and Pendleton hit the ball to Milner.
Right field side is second base. They expect him to pull.
Kurt Ford hit .285 during the regular year and promptly pulls. So Ford, a line drive single to right. In looking at Ford in the game,
that's one of the things I'm sure Roger Craig picks up immediately.
And Pena hits one just by the diving Uribe, and Ford is on his way to third. Milner after him, no good. Down to second base goes Pena.
That's what the Cardinals do better than anybody, going from first to third. Wouldn't be any play on.
1 out, second inning, no score, and the Cardinals threatening. Ground ball by the drawn-in infield. Ford scores. Down to third goes Pena, and the Cardinals lead 1-0.
I really must second guess that pitch. He threw a curveball that Danny Cox just about came unglued.
Came over to handle it in the first inning. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball into right field. Base hit. Pena will score, and Cox on his way to third. Aldretti's throw is not in time. Holding at first is Coleman. That's 4 consecutive hits for the Cardinals, and they lead 2-0. Coleman away from first. And a line drive, great catch by Thompson, double play. 2-2. And he goes the other way, and the ball is over Coleman's head, so he has to go back and get it. That thing was really slicing as it took off. 1 down.
Coleman with his great speed, just kind of changing speeds on that outside corner. You saw Cox that time with the fastball.
1-1. And that's promptly looped to left field. Coleman coming on, drops for a hit. So Brenly, a 1-out single to left, and the batter will be Robbie Thompson. The Giant lineup has a different look to it. Down he goes. That has been his problem all year. Robbie, who does have a little power, he had 10 home runs, but he's not that kind of a hitter. But he struck out over 90 times.
I certainly wouldn't. You'd have to be around that corner.
On deck, Mike Krukow. Breaking ball, got him. That's strikeout number 2 for Danny Cox. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left. We'll be back after these messages, but first a look at the Golden Gate Bridge. Tommy Herr lined out to right in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. And he lifts one into right center and deep. Already going behind Milner. It'll be Milner.
Casey Stengel, who said so many great things, he ain't so smart if they don't.
Danny Cox bothered by the bad neck for game 1. But leading tonight, a drive into right center and deep. Milner and Aldretti on the track and makes the catch in front of Milner.
You see a catch like that, the first thing you check is the
1-2 the count. Chopper by the mound. Robbie Thompson charging. A little bit of a tricky hop, so he makes a good play to get him. That was a lot tougher than it first appeared because the ball angled suddenly at the last minute to Robbie Thompson's left.
Oh, he missed it 3 feet.
At the end of 2.5.
Down and beat up on that fellow was giving his sister some problems.
3-1. And he walked him. Danny was not a particularly successful pitcher on the road. He was under 500 on the road this year. Milner had 4 home runs during the regular year. He's not that type of a hitter. But he strikes out, and for Danny Cox now, 3 strikeouts.
That's the unpredictability of baseball. Walks the pitcher and then throws nothing but strikes to Milner.
Outs. He's allowed 1 hit. Kevin Mitchell grounded to short in the first inning. Fastball hit the center, base hit. Krukow will go 90 feet at a time.
Not that Krukow could go to third base. There's no chance. I want to preface that.
2-2 to the Hackman, as they call him. And he chased it, and down he goes. Strikeout number 4 for Danny Cox. And it will bring up Will Clark. 3-2. Runners go, and it's got him. What an inning as Danny Cox strikes out the side. That gives him 5 strikeouts in the game. A frustrated and angry Will Clark leaves, and a look back at a very special.
Center field is usually a key man.
Pendleton rolls it to the right side to Robbie Thompson. For Pendleton, he has some sock. He had 12 home runs during the regular year. 2-2. The count to Kurt Ford. Oh, now you want to talk about a rainbow. A big, slow curveball, and Ford goes back to the garage. What a pitch.
All that does when you get it is hypnotize you. You don't believe it when it starts out. It's almost like Rip Sewell's Ephus pitch. Look at this thing. It's clocked at 68 miles an hour with a strong wind behind it, but you talk about an infield fly.
Out of his uniform with his first swing. All part of the liberal education. Pena, ground ball to Kevin Mitchell. Kevy throws him out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. The last 7 in a row retired by Krukow at the end of 3.5 innings. Cardinals 2, Giants nothing. 2-0 to Mike Aldretti. Ground ball to first. Danny Dreesen will hang one to Danny Cox coming over. So just like that, 1 away. And the batter will be Bob Brenly. Russell and Greg Matthews. got him on the outside corner. So Brenly becomes the 6th strikeout for Danny Cox. And with 2 down in the 4th, Robbie Thompson the batter. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. And a drive into deep left field. Back to the wall goes Coleman. Gone. Robbie Thompson, who hit 10 during the regular year, hits one of those no doubt about it home runs. And it is Cardinals 2, Giants 1, and the crowd finally has a chance to make some noise.
He knows it's gone.
Fly ball to right field, in his tracks, Kurt Ford. And that will be that, but it's a run on the home run by Robbie Thompson. At the end of 4, Cardinals 2, Giants 1. We'll be back after these messages, but first, a look at Alcatraz. Allowed 2 runs and 4 hits, but there were 4 consecutive singles in the 2nd inning. And boy, did he throw him a breaking ball that time.
He's not about to give him another fastball, but it burned him in that 2nd inning, and he just threw it out of the strike zone.
She's either too early. With Eric, you have to wait until he straightens up and actually throws that right hand. Roller slowly. Robbie Thompson has trouble getting it out of his glove. Throws it, and it gets by Will Clark. Coleman will hold at second base.
The grass slowed it up. A little jockeying.
1 ball, 1 strike. And that's hit to right. Aldrete is coming up in a hurry. Makes the diving catch. Throws to second too late. A clutch play by Mike Aldrete.
That ball was hit off the handle. Looked like it was going to. Coleman's gone.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Tommy Hurd. And he gulps one down to Will Clark, who takes it to the bag, and they leave Coleman at second. A base hit and an error. And Krukow finally gets the last out. And it was quite a battle with Tommy Hurd. He was furious. Cox has struck out a half a dozen in 4 innings. Ground ball back at third. Right there is Terry Pendleton. 1 away.
Kennedy to throw out the first ball for all the years they've spent with the organization. Kind of neat.
And how? 0-1. And that's hit to right field. Ford coming up for it. So 2 down in the 5th. And the batter will be Kevin Mitchell. On the pregame show, when they were showing the
clubhouse like he was the manager. Ninth game, he comes at noon.
And lines a breaking ball down the left field line. Going over in the corner is Coleman. And Mitchell into second base with a stand-up double. And the tying run is out there with 2 out. And Jeffrey Leonard coming up, who has walked and struck out at the plate. And he hits a fastball in the air to left field. Coleman going back to the track, to the wall. Leaps in the air. It's gone. Home run.
He stopped too. Watch this trot.
The flags are hanging limply in center field, and that fly ball, when it left, Coleman went back as if he had a play, and suddenly it looked like a jet stream carried it over. 4 games for Pittsburgh. Jeffrey Leonard, 4 in 87. Base hit for Clark. Tonight. And that's line to center. Base hit. McGee is on it, and Clark will hold at second. What Clark did was make McGee throw, and he almost threw it away. Fastball and a comebacker. Cox to Danny Dreesen, and the inning is over. 2 big runs, 4 hits, and the Hackman has been heard from again. at the end of 5. The Giants 3 and the Cardinals 2. And a breaking ball got him looking. Big rainbow curve.
Almost like the blooper pitch, and
Krukow has allowed a squib single to Vince Coleman in the 5th inning. He only hit since the 2nd. Ground ball to the left of Uribe. Base hit for Willie McGee.
As Will Clark tries to break his concentration.
2-1 to count to Pendleton. And there he goes. A breaking ball hit to the hole at short, and Uribe the long way to get Pendleton. So McGee keeps the Cardinals out of the double play as he moves up a notch. Well, during the regular year with men in scoring position, he hit over 300. And there's a ground ball sharply to Clark, and Will takes it to the bag. No runs, 1 hit. McGee left at second at the end of 5 1/2. Giants 3, Cardinals 2. 3 runs, 7 hits for the Giants. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Cardinals. Breaking ball hit the straightaway center, and Willie McGee is there. 1 down. Pitch away, and that would be his strength. When you see somebody stand as far away from the plate as he does, what do you think about it? He hits a pop fly back at first down the line. Dreesen, Herr, and Ford. Tommy Herr. What about that position in the box?
To answer your question, the first thing you'd look at is his stride. Let's see if he would be right.
Wait a minute. Ground ball to short. He hit a fastball down to Ozzie Smith. Wait a minute. Don Robinson says about
That's right. That's what he says.
The pitcher.
This is the guy that said it was going to be and hit a home run.
Okay. We'll be back after these messages from your local station. Breaking ball, and it's hit over second base into center field, and that keeps Danny Cox in the game. That's how important that at bat was.
He'll be up there bunting. Dances to a different beat.
All right, let's see about Danny Cox now, trying to get a bunt down with Pena at first, the tying run, and nobody out in the 7th. In the air, and Clark falls down but makes the play.
And if he would have let that ball drop, if he slips and it drops, he's got a double play because Cox started back to the dugout and Pena standing on first base.
Vince Coleman is 2 for 3. A comebacker. Krukow to Uribe to Clark. So that's important, the failure to move the man on the bunt, and it is 3-2 Giants. Eddie tried to get him wool gathering, but he fouled it off. Chopper to the right side, Tommy Herr. 1 down. Kevin Mitchell will be coming up, followed by Jeffrey Leonard. And if you're not keeping score,
Whitey, as far as Jack Clark is concerned.
2 balls and no strikes. Change popped up around the plate. Pena. And I'll tell you one thing, that is a real rarity to watch a high foul at Candlestick behind the plate and have the catcher walk in a straight line. And they walked him. So the 2-out pass, second time that they walked him tonight. Will Clark grounded out, struck out, and singled to right. And he goes to left field. Coleman backtracking and has to knock it down. Here comes Leonard around third. Ozzie Smith, the relay to Pena, and he is out at the plate. 7-6-2. What a great throw by Ozzie Smith.
And he hesitated on the throw, didn't really think he was coming.
And he had both hands on it, and then Jeffrey Leonard got both hands of Tony Pena in his face. Little nubber Krukow down to get it. 1 away.
Don Zimmer had Leonard coming all the way. Look at Zimmer up the line, waving him on. If he'd have put his shoulder down, he might have gotten hurt, but Pena made a good tag.
Leonard, by the way, is 6'4", 205 pounds. There's a chopper to the hole. Base hit by the diving Robbie Thompson. So Tommy Herr, a 1-out single to right field, representing the tying run, and the batter is Dan Dreesen. Ground ball to Clark on the bag. That means it's a tag, no force, and it'll be Uribe in a foot race.
Great
So
play by Clark.
3-6 double play. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. At the end of 7 1/2, having led the major leagues in double plays. 1 ball and no strikes. Comebacker, nice play by Danny Cox. So Aldrete out. 1 away. For the Cardinals, will tell you about their hitters due up in the 9th. But Brenly drives one to deep left. Back goes Coleman, away back, gone. Five, 6 times in the series. Finally unloads. Another comebacker. Another nice play by Danny Cox. He would appear to be a good fielder. 2 down.
Also appears that Brenly, after the way they've been pitching him and been so steady.
Ground ball. Up with it is Dan Dreesen. Nice play. But the Giants get 1 run on 1 hit. And before the largest crowd in baseball history at Candlestick Park, Bob Brenly takes a bow. Stay in the game, was asked to sacrifice and couldn't do it. Consequently, he was still in the game for Brenly's home run. Roller back of first. Fair ball. Clark feeding Krukow. 1 out in the 9th. And the contrast, I guess, was to be expected. The Giants have 9 hits, 3 home runs, and a couple of doubles. That's the 9th hit for the Cardinals, all singles. So Terry Pendleton battles back with a base hit up the middle. Terry Pendleton has the bad ankle, so he's not quite the base stealer that he was during the year when he stole 19. Ground ball to Robbie Thompson, to Uribe, to Clark.